You've pulled them, sprayed them, and covered them with mulch. Yet by Thursday, those weeds are back like they own the place. Most gardeners don't realize the real problem isn't the weed itself, but the empty soil they're fighting on. Weeds thrive where sunlight hits bare dirt, germinating quickly and stealing nutrients from your prized plant. Today, we're replacing that endless struggle with 8 blooming plants that actually stop weeds from taking over. These aren't just pretty faces. They're living barriers that shade the soil, crowd out competitors, and reward you with flowers while they work. From fragrant ground covers that love foot traffic to nitrogen-fixing carpets that feed your soil, each plant serves a specific role in your garden's defense system. Keep watching, because number 5 completely changes how I design every single garden bed. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which blooming shield matches your sun, shade, or container space, so you can finally spend less time weeding and more time enjoying the garden you've worked so hard to create. Number 1, Creeping Thyme, the fragrant living mulch. This sun-loving perennial forms a dense, low mat that physically blocks weed seeds from reaching the soil. As it matures, thyme releases natural compounds that subtly discourage fast-germinating competitors without harming nearby vegetables or flowers. What makes it special is how foot traffic actually encourages it to spread and fill gaps, making it perfect for pathways, raised bed edges, or sunny patios. Plant plugs 6 to 8 inches apart in well-drained soil. Amend heavy clay with coarse sand to prevent root rot. After its first bloom, pinch lightly to encourage denser growth. While thyme struggles in constantly wet or shaded areas, it rewards dry, sunny spots with tiny summer flowers that attract bees and hoverflies. In winter, it may look sparse, but expect a vigorous spring revival. This is where stepping on your ground cover actually strengthens your weed suppression. And if you love that herbal scent but need something for moister soil, the next plant offers a similar aromatic benefit with a different growing style. Number 2, Sweet Alyssum, the aromatic weed smotherer. This fast-establishing annual blankets bare dirt with a low, cascading carpet of honey-scented flowers, giving you immediate visual coverage and quick weed competition during the growing season. Unlike slower-spreading perennials, Alyssum self-seeds readily, often dropping seeds in autumn and returning on its own without replanting. Its shallow, fibrous root system efficiently occupies the top soil layer where most weed seeds germinate, starving them of light and space. Scatter seeds directly on prepped soil, press lightly into the dirt without deep burial, and water gently until seedlings reach 3 inches. Overcrowding actually improves its weed-blocking performance, so don't worry about perfect spacing. In extreme summer heat, Alyssum may experience temporary dieback. Gardeners in hot climates can provide light afternoon shade for better persistence. While it can self-seed aggressively in mild climates and may need thinning in tightly packed rows, the visual payoff is a living, blooming mulch that looks intentional rather than messy. This is the plant that proves you can have fast results and low maintenance in the same season. And if you're ready for a ground cover that not only blocks weeds but actively feeds your soil, the next recommendation brings a hidden nitrogen-fixing superpower to your garden bed. Number 3, White Dutch Clover, the nitrogen-feeding ground cover. This functional perennial quietly transforms poor dirt into fertile, moisture-retentive ground while creating a thick, interwoven root mat that starves weeds of space. Clover's symbiotic relationship with nitrogen-fixing bacteria eliminates the need for synthetic fertilizers, making it ideal for lawn patches, orchard floors, or garden pathways where grass struggles. It thrives in compacted or degraded soils, supporting bees with continuous small blooms while naturally crowding out crabgrass and broadleaf invaders. For best results, inoculate seeds with rhizobia bacteria before planting, sow in spring or early fall, and keep the topsoil lightly moist until the canopy closes. Be aware that clover prefers slightly acidic to neutral pH and can spread beyond intended boundaries if not edged properly. In early growth stages, it may attract rabbits or deer, so consider protective measures in high-traffic wildlife areas. This is the plant that replaces synthetic fertilizer while building a living shield against weed. And if you're working under trees where sunlight is scarce, the next recommendation thrives in the dry shade that challenges most ground covers. Number 4. Sweet woodruff, the woodland shade weaver. This reliable perennial occupies the niche many gardeners overlook. Dry shade under mature trees where grass dies and weeds still push through. Its fine, whorled leaves and creeping rhizomes form a lush, spring-flowering carpet that thrives with minimal watering once established. The plant's early-season growth shades the forest floor, preventing later-season weeds from gaining sunlight. Plant in spring after the last frost. Incorporate leaf mold or compost into the planting soil, and water moderately during the first growing season. Sweet woodruff spreads steadily rather than explosively, making it manageable for shaded borders and tree-ring plantings. While it may die back or look tired in intense midsummer heat, and requires patience for full coverage, its elegant spring display of starry white blooms proves that shade gardens don't need to look sparse. This is where shade transforms from a limitation into an opportunity for low-maintenance beauty. And if you're ready for a ground cover that brings bold color and faster spread to partially shaded areas, the next plant delivers dramatic foliage and early spring impact. Number 5. Ajaga, the spring color defender. This vigorous ground cover combines dramatic bronze and purple foliage with fast rhizomatous spread and early spring flower spikes that draw attention while smothering weed. Ajaga is a reliable choice for sloping beds, edging, and shady garden transitions where other plants thin out over time. Its low rosettes and creeping stems weave together quickly, leaving almost no bare soil for weed seeds to catch. Space divisions 8 to 10 inches apart, pull runners that cross into lawn or paths, and add compost annually to support vigorous growth. While ajaga can become dominant if left unchecked in rich soil and is susceptible to crown rot in heavy, standing water, installing simple physical edging or planting it in controlled areas keeps its spread manageable. This is the plant that turns difficult slopes into rich, color-layered carpets with minimal upkeep. And if you need a trailing option that spills over walls and containers while blocking edge weeds, the next recommendation brings high-impact golden color to moist, border-friendly zones. Number 6. Creeping Jenny, the golden moisture shield. This bright, fast-trailing ground cover brings aggressive spreading habits to areas where soil stays consistently damp and traditional ground covers struggle. Its low, sprawling stems root at nodes, creating a thick, light-blocking layer that prevents weed seeds from establishing along container edges, pond margins, and shaded walkways. Creeping Jenny prefers partial shade to full sun. Brighter light intensifies its golden hue, while consistent moisture keeps it lush. Plant plugs 6 inches apart for quick canopy closure, keep soil evenly moist but not waterlogged, and trim runners back in midsummer to control spread. While it struggles in drought and requires regular watering, and can overtake nearby low plants if not trimmed, a single plant quickly multiplies into a flowing gold carpet that looks intentional and managed. This is where container edges transform into living frames that defend against edge weed. And as we approach the final plant in our lineup, get ready for a drought-tolerant, spring-blooming powerhouse that extends weed protection into the critical early season with a stunning floral display. Number 7. Creeping Phlox, the spring explosion barrier. This sun-loving perennial combines spectacular spring color with a tightly interwoven, weed-choking growth habit. Its fine, needle-like foliage stays evergreen in many climates, providing year-round soil coverage that blocks light long before spring weeds emerge. When temperatures rise, it erupts in a continuous carpet of small, star-shaped blooms that attract butterflies and beneficial insects while leaving almost zero bare ground. Creeping Phlox prefers sharp drainage, full sun, and lean soil. Rich, heavy compost encourages leggier growth and weaker stems. Shear lightly after the main bloom finishes to maintain density, divide every few years to control spread, and plant on slight slopes for optimal drainage. In humid southern zones, poor air circulation can invite fungal issues, and overwatering or planting too deeply may cause sparse appearance. But with the right setup, this plant rewards patience with a stunning floral shield that quietly eliminates early-season weed. This is the payoff: a living barrier that looks breathtaking while doing the hard work of soil protection. Now that you've met all 8 blooming defenders, let's cover the expert-level timing and maintenance details that turn good results into great, long-lasting success. Before planting, timing matters more than most gardeners realize. Establishing ground covers in early fall allows roots to anchor before spring weed germination peak. Start with light soil clearing, remove existing weeds and debris, but avoid deep tilling that brings new seeds to the surface. Add a thin layer of weed-free compost, then plant your plugs or seeds. Water heavily for the first 3 weeks to encourage deep root growth, then taper to deep, infrequent watering that builds drought tolerance. Install simple metal or plastic edging in rich soil zones to contain aggressive spreaders, and use cardboard or newspaper under new plugs to block early weeds while your plants establish. Most importantly, avoid applying glyphosate or other chemical herbicides near newly planted ground covers. These can damage young roots and delay canopy closure. Remember, establishment takes 8 to 12 weeks, so light weeding is still required during the first season. Track growth weekly and be patient. The hidden mistake many gardeners make is watering too shallow, which keeps roots near the surface and leaves soil gaps for weeds. With the right setup, these blooming plants become a self-sustaining shield that works quietly year after year. Recap: weed control isn't about fighting above ground, it's about covering and protecting the soil beneath with living, blooming plants. Each of the 8 recommendations serves a different climate, light condition, and soil type, so success depends on matching the right plant to the right spot. Imagine a garden that works quietly, requires fewer chemicals, rewards you with flowers and pollinators, and slowly replaces weekend labor with weekend enjoyment. Your practical action step: pick just 2 plants that match your current garden conditions, order or propagate them, and start with a small test zone this season. I'd love to hear from you. Which light condition do you struggle with most? Full sun baking, dry shade, or soggy borders? Share your current weed control method in the comments below. If you found this guide helpful, subscribe for more low-maintenance, soil-first gardening strategies. Future videos will cover seasonal maintenance, native ground covers, and pollinator-friendly layouts designed to work alongside the plants we featured today. Thanks for watching, and here's to a garden that grows with you, not against you.